Good morning, everyone. It is July the 7th, 2019. It is 6:45. This will be your morning earthquake report, and I've got a lot of them, guys, so here we go. There was a 3.0 12 miles east of Little Lake at 1 mile in depth. A 4.0 Papua, Indonesia at 12.4 miles in depth. A 3.3 4 miles southeast of Ridgecrest at 6 miles in depth. A 2.1 Oklahoma, 4 miles west-southwest of Perry, that came in at 1 mile in depth. A 3.0 9 miles southwest of Searles, that came in at 1 mile in depth. A 3.4 8 miles west of Searles at 5 miles in depth. A 4.1 Hundu Kush region, Afghanistan at 121 miles in depth. A 3.0 11 miles east of Little Lake at 2 miles in depth. Guys, you know these are all California, right? Except when I tell you different. There was a 3.1 9 miles west of Searles at 4 miles in depth. A 3.5 11 miles east of Little Lake at 1 mile in depth. A 3.1 9 miles southwest of Searles at 4 miles in depth. A 3.4 10 miles east of Little Lake at 1 mile in depth. A 3.2 7 miles southwest of Searles at 1 mile in depth. A 3.1 11 miles east of Little Lake at 1 mile in depth. A 3.0 9 excuse me 9 miles east northeast of Ridgecrest, 0 miles in depth. A 3.2 14 miles south of Trona, Trona, and that came in at 0 miles in depth. The 3.7 California Nevada border region, that was 6 miles east northeast of Coso Junction. They've got that at 0 miles in depth. A 4.8 Tonga Islands at 6 miles in depth. A 3.8 Eastern New Guinea, Papua New Guinea region at 37 miles in depth. A 3.0 14 miles northwest of Searles at 4 miles in depth. A 3.4 9 miles east northeast of Ridgecrest at 4 miles in depth. We're back to California, guys. A 3.4 11 miles north of Ridgecrest at 5 miles in depth. A 3.2 11 miles east of Little Lake at 1 mile in depth. A 3.6 11 miles south of Searles at 2 miles in depth. A 4.9 Northern Kermadec Island region, New Zealand, that came in at 22 miles in depth. A 3.9 the Gulf of Alaska, 168 miles east-southeast of Kodiak at 12 miles in depth. A 3.4 9 miles east-northeast of Ridgecrest at 4 miles in depth. A 4.5 10 miles west of Searles at 4 miles in depth. A 3.3 21 miles, no, sorry, start that again. A 3.3 near the coast of Northern California. That was 29 miles west of Petrola at 3.1 miles in depth. Sorry, I had to reread that. There was a 3.4 12 miles west of Searles, and that came in at 4 miles in depth. A 3.3 northern Alaska, 47 miles south of Kabuk, and they had that one at 0 miles in depth. A 4.4 Hundu Kush region, Afghanistan, at 119 miles in depth, and a 4.6 near the coast of Oaxaca, Mexico, at 22 miles in depth. Alright, guys, that is your morning report. God bless each and every one of you. Sorry it was a pretty long one. You have an awesome Sunday. Please be safe out there. 2 thumbs up. God bless each and every one of you. Be safe, please.